Sorry guys, my phone keeps shutting off because I'm a dummy. And by the way, my camera work sucks, but hang in there with me. Because once I get a van, and a van's important for my moving company, or for my organic farm, or for my property that I buy. I gave him $3,000. I owe him $7,000 more. I'll have that taken care of in a couple months, and then I can finance the rest. So hopefully September is when I move in. We'll see. Going homeless for 4 months put a big dent in everything, so I got to work 2 jobs. Trying to find a part-time job. Pizza place didn't work out. Full disclosure, he told me he didn't really have any hours for me. I thought maybe I could, talk my way into it, but he's like, look, I already got enough people, but if you want to, come see me when you want to drive. And I'm like, dude, why would I even bother with customers or other people in a hot kitchen? Just get out on the road, listen to my jams, right? Hello? Do my thing. Bring my dog with me. I'm getting a dog. I'm going to go to a shelter and get maybe 2. Maybe just a cat. I don't know. I like some company. I'm not alone, but I love animals, and it's nothing cooler than a relationship you have with an animal. I've got some friends, a cardinal, a blue jay, 2 squirrels, a couple deer, a couple groundhog. They messed up my tent one day. Not my tent, but my food supply. Yeah, there's a mockingbird that comes and basically barks at me every morning for food, so I think he thinks he's a dog. You need at least 1 milk crate to sit on, and you need foam padding because your arse is going to hurt afterwards. So the way I have this set up is when I walk in, right, you're going to have dirt on your feet, so this area is always going to be dirty. So I clean it up maybe 2 or 3 times a week, but inevitably it will get dirty. So why put anything nice on there? I got this nice blanket. When I come in, take my shoes off, I put it down, right? I can walk around in here. I can walk around the sleeping area, this foyer, and basically not, my feet don't touch the ground. Nice and comfy. What I really need is a real thick pad to put down under here, or a nice remnant carpet, which I'm going to get because there happens to be a carpet store about a half a mile from here. So I'll buy hopefully he's got pads. I'll put a pad down, then put a carpet down, and then, because underneath here is just a bunch of roots, and man, my back is killing me. I've not slept in a real bed since January 27th. Yeah, 4 months. So, not killing me, but just not comfortable. I do sleep well now. Working my tail off physically, getting ripped. And it was down 27 pounds. I might have picked up a few pounds, but when you walk at least 6 to 10 miles a day, you're going to be hard catching up to that. It's over 1,800 to 2,500 calories. And when you're broke because you're waiting for your paychecks to come in, it took me 3.5 weeks to get my first paycheck. 3.5 weeks, right? Jeez. So anyway, and I really like a job I get paid every day. So having a pizza delivery job, you can work whenever you want. They always need help. You make cash same day, you walk with it, or waiting tables, but it's going to take me a month or 2 to get back into waiting tables or bartending, and I just need cash right now. I'd really like to work at like a dive bar. I actually applied at one. I'm so shocked I didn't get the job. I was hanging out with one of the bartenders, but evidently I don't have titties and an ass like a woman, so a bunch of guys going there. Saddest thing I've seen in a while. Mother's Day, there's like 3 drunks in there at like 10 a.m. in the morning. Anyway, yeah, so that's pretty much an update. Oh, so back to the sterno. So the sterno I got because it rained for 3 straight days. And to tell you the truth, I forgot about my grill because that's all I was using. I was getting a little disappointed because it's probably a third full. So I probably used it for about 10 hours. Maybe not that much. 6 to 8 hours. So just an FYI, you can get a nice weekend. Now you got to be quick about it. Like, don't have that thing going when you don't have everything set up. Get everything set up, have everything chopped up, and then just get it done and shut it off immediately. You just shut it off by, if you don't know, Take the cap off, light it, and then cover it up. That's it. It's easy. $7 for this at Walmart. Amazing. Tell you the truth, it heats up the tent too. I mean, I had it in here when it was in the 50s at night, and it was warm. I'd had to open up this tent vent. I would show it to you, but it's kind of a pain in the butt. But you can basically I have it pinned to the outside of the tent, but once it's closed, there's a half zip here. So I can have that open. Excuse me, God. Every time I cough, my ribs kill me. I'm probably 2 to 4 weeks from being 100% with my ribs, but at least it doesn't hurt as bad, and I don't need the Tylenol. It just hurts. It sucks, but you really can't do anything for fractured ribs. 3 of them. Yeah. Once in a while, I'll tweak it, and it sets me back a week. 2 weeks ago, that happened, and I felt like the first day that it happened, it hurt like hell for a week. So, don't fracture your ribs if you can help yourself. Alright, so this is a water jug I'll be taking a shower with. I do have a shower over at the Planet Fitness, but hey, if I don't feel like walking a 1.5 mile round trip, I could just do it here. I prefer to do it when it's hot outside. I'll be just getting cold water and taking a cold shower. Alright, I mentioned 27 pounds underweight. I'm at 154. I should be about 180. I actually like the fact that I lost all that weight because I'm going to put on all muscle. Get ready. Sun's out, guns out, ladies. Look out. Ripped at 52. Alright, so you got my bread out here for the animals. My pea containers, my little garbage can. And then there's my backpack that I mainly use. I do have another backpack I'm going to show you now. That is my oh shit backpack. If someone comes and I need to bolt, I've got a 2-person tent and a backpack filled of stuff that I can just take that and leave everything else. You got to be prepared to walk away at any time. Like in Heat, Robert De Niro, right? You got to be able to walk away at any time, moment's notice. Alright, here's my rain collection device. Can never find the zipper. It's a pain in the ass. Alright, now you never have standing water uncovered because you get bugs, but this is all pure rainwater. How you doing? I'm gonna wash my hands. Alright, there's the oh shit backpack. Get the F out. If I need to run, there's the 2-person tent there. You can see the tarp that I pulled down and I kept away from the tent just to get a chance to air out. This tent is really nice. The groundhogs got to it one night. I taped it up with duct tape. How you doing? Alright, this is like a rain shield, but since I have the cover, the tarp, I don't need it, but I have it on there just to help with the light. I don't want anyone seeing a glow coming from my tent. Speaking of the tarp, it's pitched, the rain runs off. Usually around here is where it dumps. Hence my rain collection device. Got tied off some trees, there's some tension, put some give to it, which is what you want. Because these trees are moving around, so you don't want them taut where it's going to snap or break or rip the grommet. You don't want that to rip. So it has to have a little bit of give to it. Alright? Okie dokie. So, let me show you a couple more things. Did I tell you about my bike? After my accident, 2 days later, it went flat on me. I buy a tube, I pumped it twice and it popped. I have no idea why. Full disclosure, I've never changed it. I haven't done that since I was a kid if I did it, but I don't think I had ever changed the bike tire, inner tube. So maybe I did something stupid. Here's a look from the other angle, and you can see, right, it's got an overhang of about 1.5 feet, right? So, yeah, the water will drip down here. But you see this right here? This is waterproof. So, I am going to modify it at one point and get like a, let's see, 6, 9, 15, like a 25 by 6 tarp if I can, or something, camouflage, and put around the walls, maybe right down from here, attach it to here, and have the rain, you know, that way I have even more room around the tent if I want to put like my bike under here, which I did, but I didn't have time to put it back. So it got wet. So yeah, that's my camp. strongly suggest you get signs like this because they're cardboard, but they're plastic covered, or they're basically indestructible. It's pretty lovely, isn't it? 48 square feet. Totally fine for one person. Not fine for two. You'll be driving each other nuts. So you get at least a 6 or 8 person tent for 2 people. I'd prefer a 6 person myself because I could have a desk, right? I could stand up, get one that's tall enough. But for now, this is good. I can actually have a desk out here once I get another tarp. And I'm going to make it even taller than this. So the rain will come down the tarp that I have till about... I'm going to have a tarp. So this is probably, 4 feet? So call it 6 feet out here. So this will all be covered. And I can actually sit out here at a table. Morning coffee. Cook. Whatever. Pretty sweet, huh? How you doing? Alright, so the last thing. No bull, alright? This is I love this place. It's so cool. Like, see how it's like an umbrella, a canopy? See how all the branches are kind of bent over? It makes like a little dome, a thicket. And then the trees overgrow over top of it. Really keeps the rain out. If it's not raining hard, it won't even get wet underneath here. If it's raining hard, it'll be like a light mist dripping. So it keeps everything pretty dry unless it's raining for hours and hours, and then it gets wet. But anyway, I'm going to stand on there and take a shower. When it's hot, I don't feel like walking a mile and a half. Boom. Okie dokie. So that is my camp. Now, full disclosure, I do have about a black trash bag and a half of trash. So every time I go anywhere, I take 2 or 3 bags, those grocery bags, and dump it. So that's the only thing I have left to do, and tie up the shower, which is that milk jug inside you saw earlier. And I am 100%. Full disclosure, my cell carrier turned off my phone because I'm months behind on it, which is fine. I get that. But they also made it so if I inserted another SIM for another carrier that I couldn't use mobile data. It took me 3 days to figure that out. So I wasted $9 using TextNow to get the data plan. So I got to get a refund from them. And then just have to bite the bullet and pay them because I own the money and I would never try stealing. But really wanted that money to buy a truck or van, excuse me. But I do owe my landlord, so to speak, rent-to-own guy, $750. So turns out since I got paid late from the last paycheck, I got paid this Wednesday. Well, Tuesday, I guess it was. And then this past Tuesday, I should say. And then I get paid on Wednesday. So I got 2 paychecks back to back, which is nice. And then, we're into June. Get paid one more time in June. And then 3 times in July. So that's what I'm thinking. I'll be really solid. I'll have a vehicle by then. I'll be living in the vehicle. I'll have enough money to get an air conditioning unit and a small power cell or battery solar. So I don't need it. I can always wing it with vent in the van, fan. It'll be fine. I'm going to insulate the F out of it. So if it's 90 degrees outside with a vent, it'll keep it probably around 75, 80 in there. So with a fan, that's going to feel like 70. So I'll be good. Anyway, piece of advice. Get yourself one of these guys. I don't know what it's called. It's got a nice handle. You can use this right here. Slide it off. Right, you put your food in there. And then, like for instance, I made chorizo. I'm going to put 5 links on there. And you saw me do it, but if you didn't see the video, I just put it there and put a brick on top of this end, and it stayed perfectly fine. I just flipped it every 5 minutes. So you could do s'mores in here, peanut butter and jelly with fluff. Oh, that's going to be so good. I can't wait for that. French bread pizza. Don't put a lot of sauce on it. Put some cheese on it. Make sure it's really cook it well from the bottom. Give it a chance to kind of cheese to melt and then flip it over. It should, in theory, stay in there. And then just put it under high heat over high heat for a minute or two and get it to darken up and burn up a little bit, and it should seal the cheese to the bread. So I got that going for me, which is nice. Alrighty then. So you've seen everything. I would like to, I don't know, ask you guys, what kind of content do you want to see? Like, subscribe. If you like the video, put a comment down. If there's anything I said that was wrong and you want to correct me, please do. I'm open for criticism. And if you want to know anything about me, I'm going to be telling you more as I go. But for now, I just kind of want to show you that you could live in the woods, rent-free, for less than a few $100s to start. Okay? You could do it. Think of how much money you save in 1 year, $12,000. You could buy a car in 6 months, a nice car, cash, a van, be set. Then you don't even need to live in a tent. Then you can, like me, snowbird. When it gets cold, I'm done with the cold. I'm 52. I like the cold, don't get me wrong. But if I live 4 days in Outer Banks and 3 days here, 2 days technically here, and 1 day transit to and from once a week or every other week, mostly living in Outer Banks or Myrtle Beach or Florida, Georgia, Charleston. Oh my God, Charleston, wow. Preferably Outer Banks than Myrtle, just because from Harrisburg it's maybe an hour flight. So I can always have a car down there, fly down there, use the car, fly back. I mean, it's like $100 each way if you don't have any bags, so might be worth it. All right, that's it. I hope you guys are having a great weekend right here, right now in Pennsylvania. It's about 65. It was 25-mile-an-hour gust earlier. The wind is dying down a bit. And then, sure enough, in the last 30 minutes, it picked back up again. So maybe this is the last bit of the front pushing through. The rest of the week is going to be in the 70s and low 80s. It's going to be perfect. I can't wait. My ribs are healing up. I'm 90% complete on my camp setup. I couldn't be happier. I'm getting paid. I'll be in the positive for the first time in 4 months on Wednesday. So I am tickled pink. All that being said, much love, peace, and prayers coming your way. Have a great night, and I will see you next time. Peace.